Did you kill her? Damn it. Why didn't you do it? Well, since it's in the past now, no it doesn't. The chances are 50-50 that the whole thing will leak out. You might have fooled the first seer, but if the father examines the heart, he'll most likely notice that it's fake. You've endangered our mission. I hope you realize that. Anyway, you've given me little reason to regret my decision to hire you until now. Let's hope this was just a one-time slip-up. Faces? Huh. What should I make of it? I'm not an apothecary. Maybe she hit the dust a little too heavily on her visits to the Silver Cloud. She wouldn't be the first of a lame with a drug problem. Now, we wait until we hear back from the first seer. If we're unlucky, that's where our plan will end. If the father is not interested in your services, there's nothing we can do. However, there's something else I might need your help with in the meantime. 250 pennies. More than enough. It has to do with my past. With the refuge. Yeah. I told you that Shagun, the matron of the house, knew about the abductions, didn't I? That she sold us? Well, I only learned that recently. I used to think that the Relata forced Shagun to give us away. And even now, there's still a part of me that wants to believe it. The reason why I'm going back to the refuge is that I want to know for certain. I want to know how rotten a soul Shagun really was. And who knows, maybe we'll also find more about what the father actually did with us children. More about the experiments. I hope so. It was closed down after the flesh maggot plague killed Shagun, so her documents might still be there. Thing is, ever since the Red Madness, the place has been crawling with lost ones. Exactly. I'd probably be able to do it myself, but now is the wrong time to take unnecessary risks. So, let's meet at the marketplace, right in front of Zorkban and Sons. I'll make some preparations. What? Why? Fine. I can give you the essentials, but beyond that, I can't be bothered. Ask. Above all else, to leave your old life behind you. All contact is buried, all bridges burned. Most Relame call themselves orphans even if they once had a family. In other words, if you conscribe yourself to the Relata, the Relas and his teachings are your new life and the Relame your new family. Everything you do, everything you think, everything you dream is subject to the goal of achieving transcendence. Liberation from the human body. Since the father founded it, 400 years ago. Correct. Nobody knows, but I would guess it had something to do with his experiments. All those children's corpses must have been good for something, don't you think? This and that. Most of the time I'm busy reminding the residents of the Undercity to pay their shadow tax, and to make them feel the consequences if they don't. Anything from a clout to the ear to a knife between the ribs. Alright, two things. First of all, I've killed no more than a handful of people for the Relata, and they weren't poor women with babes sucking at their teats, but scum, who knew the rules and thought they could play rebel. Believe me, it takes a lot for the Relata to order the death sentence for someone. They are criminals, yes, and they are led by a monster, but they are not stupid. If every misdemeanor were to be punished by decapitation, it wouldn't be long until there'd be a revolt in the Undercity. Secondly, nothing in life comes for free. If you think you can achieve something of relevance without compromising a part of yourself, then you're a fool. The death of the father could be worth 100 dead cutthroats, and I'd put arrows into each of their chests if it would get me any closer to my goal. Call it what you will. You can trust me on one thing, though. Killing these people, it didn't come easy. And some of the things that I did to not lose my cover will haunt me to the grave. But you know what? Sad as it is, the world needs people like me. All these do-gooders who think they could fight evil without getting their hands dirty are self-righteous idiots. The monsters of this world, the murderers, the tyrants. You need to speak their language if you want to be a threat to them. Everything else is a delusion. That's a bloody stupid question. Okay, let's assume for a moment that we don't intervene and kill the father on the expedition. There are 3 possible scenarios to how this visit to the room of paintings would go down. Number 1. It goes wrong and he and whoever follows him inside all die. This is the only case where you're right. Number 2. He succeeds and actually manages to separate his mind from his body. Then we'd have a spectral murderer floating through the world possessing powers we can't even begin to imagine. Number 3. The temple turns out to be a dead end and he returns to the Undercity. Then we might have missed the only chance to even get close enough to kill him. You get my point? It's too much of a risk to sit on our hands and hope scenario number 1 happens. What? It is. Why? Well, actually, it's simple. Everybody who lives down here and earns money has to give a part of that to the Relator every month and get protection in return. This applies to everybody, from beggar to crime lord. That's an exception. On the contrary, the Order is quite happy with the way things are going down here. They take care on the shiny surface, and the Relator take care of the stinking caves below. You mean when it comes to killing cocky bandits and vampires? Quite powerful. I don't think you'd find more skilled sinistropes or assassins anywhere else. Of course, in a fair duel with a keeper, most voices would probably end up in the dirt. But that's not how people fight down here.
My sir.
Hey! You're an adventurer, aren't you? Have you been to... How do I say
it? My sir.
Burns. What do you want? To cock at me? Just leave. Please.
Ready? Good.
Oh shit. I have to remember that. Soon. You're not one of the Relata's mercenaries, are you? Word has it they're hiring again. Give them a wide berth if I were you.
looters. Guess they'll find something of value in the orphanage after the plague broke out. Come, you go on ahead. I'll cover your back. There it is. Huh. Strange feeling to be back here after all those years. We should... Wait. What in blazes is that? What are you doing? Never mind. Sorry. Shagun's office should be on the first floor. Let's take a look around. Nothing's changed. Alright, here we are. And would you look at that? Stock lists, spendings, earnings. No, that doesn't help us. She did. If I remember one thing, then it's how obsessed that old cunt was with her lists. Everything needed to be documented. Every crust of bread, every single donation. So, if she really did sell children to the father over all those years, there must be reports. Just not here. Her hidden safes. That's a chance. Everybody down here has hidden safes. Even if the house was under the protection of the Relata, there would still be the occasional raids. Even I can remember at least half of a dozen of them. They just came in, made a ruckus, and took whatever they could get their hands on. Eventually, Shagun even let them in voluntarily. No, but I'm pretty sure that they're here in the orphanage. I say we split up. You check the kitchen, the cellar, and the storage room in the backyard. I'll take care of the rest. Hidden switches, false bottoms, the usual. You'll manage. So will I. Good luck. waste of time.